away they go. Off a little awkwardly was Payne's Prairie, then took an awkward step in his last early. Quickest into stride is Found Money down at the rail, but Nyquist is right up alongside. Annie's Candy on the far side, 3 in a straight line. Now here's Swipe, pretty keen to go on in the green colours. Along the inside, Bestraya, and at the back is Payne's Prairie. Only 4 lengths covers them all. They run at the half-mile pole, and Found Money goes on. Nyquist is right there second. Bestraya now pulling his way through at the rail, and Bestraya goes to put pressure on the leaders. Far side is Annie's Candy travelling well enough. Swipe is back in 5th, only 3 off the leaders. Payne's Prairie's at the back. A quarter of a mile left to go, and Found Money continues to lead them, taken on by Nyquist. Bestraya is right there at the rail. Right in behind that, Annie's Candy, and Swipe has now just got to pick a spot to run. Wide open at the top of the lane. Nyquist gets the lead. Annie's Candy comes to take them on. Behind that comes Swipe. Homeward bound now, and it's Nyquist kicking away. Nyquist opens up 2. Swipe is coming with a right run, running a little green though, is shifting in, and Nyquist finds more on the lead and starts to pull clear. And Nyquist very impressive in the best pal. Nyquist and Mario Gutierrez win at about 5 in the end. Swipe got up second, then Annie's Candy, Bestraya, Found Money, and Payne's Prairie. And away they go. Rock and Bayou jumped well and then took a few awkward steps right after the start. It seems to be okay though, is moving up on the outside. Along the inside, Annie's Candy is very fast and will get the lead. Now Rock and Bayou after that eventful start is going up second as Nyquist now goes up alongside. And here's Blame It on the Law in the black cap. They're lining up for second. Swipe is back in 5th, gives the lead a 5-length start, and Archaeo is last. They run to the half-mile pole, and Annie's Candy is the leader, just over a length. Nyquist travels comfortably second. On the far side, Rock and Bayou, Blame It on the Law. No respite up front here, these 4 keeping the pressure on one another. A gap of 4 back to Swipe, and last of all is Archaeo. Past the 3/8 they go, and Annie's Candy's under pressure now, being taken on by Nyquist. Nyquist gets the lead. Here comes Blame It on the Law in the black cap. On the far side, Rock and Bayou's running a game 1, 5 back to Swipe. They're at the top of the lane now. Nyquist the leader. Rock and Bayou's running his heart out on the outside, and Swipe is getting going late as well. They come for home. Nyquist the leader. Rock and Bayou. Swipe is coming fast down the centre of the track now, but Nyquist has kicked on. Nyquist, Swipe closing, but not to get to Nyquist. Another classy performance from Nyquist. Remains unbeaten. Wins it by about 4, but coming home easily in the end. The runner-up was Swipe. Then Blame It on the Law, Rock and Bayou, Annie's Candy, and Archaeo was last. And away they go, and Nyquist hopped out of there very smartly. But it's Go Long who wants the lead. Go Long sent along from the inside gate, going to be joined now by Mount Vida. Nyquist up between those 2, the 3 of them ensuring a good early pace. Blame It on the Law takes back into the 4th spot. Swipe in the green, going wide into the turn here was Go Long. Go Long went a little wide into the turn. Then we come back to Swipe racing in the 5th spot. In behind that is Hollywood Don, taking a nice oldie, 6 lengths off the leaders. Been followed then by Rare Candy, second last, and another 4 back to On Fire. Got to be a good 15 off the lead. Down the backstretch they go, and Go Long has ensured a good early pace, leads at a half a length. Nyquist is right there second. Mount Vida's on the far side. Blame It on the Law comes through in the rail in the white colours, only 2 lengths off the lead now. Between them is Swipe, who's pretty keen to go on. They're all bunching up front. In behind them comes Hollywood Don, continues to travel well, 4 lengths off the leaders. On the far side comes Rare Candy, and then a big gap of 5 back to On Fire. So they've taken much closer order now with 3/8 to go. It is Go Long at the rail, but Nyquist now breathing down his neck, and Nyquist goes looking for the lead. Mount Vida running a big one in the gold on the far side. In behind that comes Swipe. On the inside of them, it's Blame It on the Law on the far side. Coming with his run now is Hollywood Don. Hollywood Don set sail after the leaders. They come for home. Mount Vida. Nyquist is fully stretched. Swipe down at the rail. Hollywood Don chasing after them in 4th, and then Rare Candy. Homeward bound Nyquist. Swipe at the rail. Swipe is coming fast. Nyquist calls on all his class. They head and head for the wire. Nyquist was all heart, and Nyquist won it. Swipe was second. Hollywood Don settled for 3rd. Rare Candy finished 4th.
All in line, and we are ready for the start. They're off in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Waterloo Bridge got shuffled back at the break. A good start for Cocked and Loaded. Unbridled Outlaw to the inside, it's Riker. And Riker will grab the lead. Unbridled Outlaw running in second. Cocked and Loaded is third. Conquest Biggie, the gray, is fourth. And just in behind the leaders moving into that turn. Then it's Isotherm. Nyquist floated wide. Siding Spring was out there too. Rallis comes through in between horses. And then it's Exaggerator on the inside. Greenpoint Crusader saving all the ground early. 7 lengths off the lead. And they're followed by Swipe and Brody's Cause. Waterloo Bridge is second last. Radar Superstar at the back of the field in the first quarter mile is up at 23 2/5 seconds. On to the backstretch they go. And it's Riker in front. The Canadian horse, the leader by a half length. Unbridled Outlaw running in second to the outside. Right behind them, Conquest Biggie, Cocked and Loaded to the outside, and Exaggerator along the rail. Then comes Siding Spring, Rallis, and Nyquist outside of them. 2 lengths back to Isotherm. As the field makes their way into the turn, Greenpoint Crusader guided off the rail for a clear path. Around the turn they go. Riker is in front. And it is Riker 3/4 of a length to the good. Unbridled Outlaw in second as they make their way around the far turn. Cocked and Loaded now moves quickly to the outside. And Cocked and Loaded comes after front-running Riker. And they're coming to the top of the stretch with Riker turning for home in front. Cocked and Loaded. And here's Nyquist on the outside, making a rush for the front runners as they come toward the final furlong. And Nyquist has taken the lead. The undefeated Nyquist in front with 1/16 to go. And to the outside comes Swipe trying to close in. Nyquist and Swipe down to the wire. Nyquist has won. He's a champion. It was Swipe second, and then came Brody's Cause.
And they're off in the San Vicente. Nyquist came out smoothly, but it's Shake of Shakes who takes a narrow lead. Denman's Call is in between them. Exaggerator is up close, just 1.5 lengths or 2 off the pacemaker, and El Charro is 7 lengths off the lead. It appears a moderate tempo, Shake of Shakes by a head, Nyquist going with him. Exaggerator 3/4 behind in third. Then it's Denman's Call with 2.5 to make up, and El Charro trails. Nyquist takes the lead. The champ's in front by a half length, and he's tugging nicely. Shake of Shakes goes with him, and Exaggerator has been kept close throughout. He's 1.5 lengths behind them and 3 wide. Denman's Call tucked in at the rail, 4th. He's 3 lengths behind his stablemate, and El Charro trails. They're coming toward the quarter pole, and Nyquist yet to be tested. Exaggerator makes his move on the outside, and Shake of Shakes in between them. Denman's Call has some run just behind this trio. He's looking for racing room. El Charro feels the whip. Nyquist at the top of the stretch is the leader. Exaggerator puts a stern test to him, and Denman's Call is running on very nicely, but with 1/8 of a mile to go, Nyquist is still under a hand ride. Exaggerator keeps trying him, but he cannot go with Nyquist, and the champ is back in fine fashion. Nyquist takes the San Vicente. Exaggerator second. Denman's Call third, then Shake of Shakes.
They're all in line, and we're ready for the start. They're off in the Florida Derby. And Nyquist had a beautiful start. Chovanes is away with speed on the outside. Sawyer's Mickey came out running in third, and Mohayman is right there, but caught wide into that turn. 4 deep for Mohayman into the first turn. And then a long shot coping away who's in between horses. Mahesto is down on the inside. Take It to the Edge will have to come off the pace here. 4 lengths off the lead early on. A break of 2.5 to Isofast, who races to the outside of Fashionable Freddy, while Fellowship is last early. The first quarter was in 23 3/5 seconds, and Nyquist will lead the field onto the backstretch of the Florida Derby. Nyquist a half length in front of Chovanes. Sawyer's Mickey is next, and Mohayman is right there in 4th, outside of horses 2 lengths off the lead, and not far behind at all up the backstretch. And then in between horses is Coping Away. Take It to the Edge. Mahesto on the inside. Fashionable Freddy right alongside of Fellowship. Isofast, last of them all, 6 lengths off the lead after a 47 flat half mile. So Nyquist is a half mile from home in the Florida Derby and leads it by a neck. Sawyer's Mickey on the inside. There goes Mohaymen now. Mohaymen is moving on the outside of horses. Coping away is in fourth, and then comes Mahesto. Around the far turn, and here's the battle. It is Nyquist in front, and Mohaymen has moved up into second on the outside. And the two of them will come toward the top of the stretch together. 3/4 in 1, 11 and 1. And they're into the stretch, and it's Nyquist and Mohaymen in their bi-coastal battle at the top of the stretch. On the inside is Mahesto in third. Nyquist has moved away. Mohaymen has no answer today. On the inside is Mahesto, and then comes Fellowship. Nyquist drifting out to the center of the track, but he's far in front. And Nyquist is still unbeaten. He has won the Florida Derby. Mahesto was second. Fellowship was third. Mohaymen settles for fourth, and Sawyer's Mickey was fifth. And a final time of 1 minute, 49.11 seconds. Nyquist coming out of stall 13. They're all in line. They're off in the Kentucky Derby. Nyquist had a good beginning. Lonnie, the Japanese colt, is away last. Dancing Candy on the far outside is out well, and so is Gunrunner from the inside. Nyquist between those two. Outwork is close, and then comes Shagaf. And they're followed by More Spirit on the far outside. Whitmore is after that. In between horses is Tom's Ready. Down toward the inside, Oscar nominated next with 1 lap to run. And then comes Mahesto, followed by Destin to the inside. Mohaymen is racing about 10 lengths off the lead. He's down on the inside of horses, moving around that turn and right alongside of Brody's Cause. 5 lengths back to My Man Sam. Exaggerator and Kent DeSormo well off the pace here. And then comes Motom. Lonnie's gone by a few. Creator is next by another 5. Then sudden breaking news. And Trojan Nation, the maiden, is last, and the quarter mile was in 45 and 3/5 seconds, and Dancing Candy wings up the backstretch in front, setting a solid pace which could help these late closers here. Dancing Candy in front by 2.5 lengths under Mike Smith, with Gunrunner running in second on the inside. The undefeated Nyquist is right there, third to the outside. Break of another 2 to Outwork in fourth. Victor Espinoza is down on the rail with Whitmore. They're 4.5 lengths off the lead. Then it's Tom's Ready, Destin, and Oscar nominated on the inside as the field makes their way around the far turn. 3/4 went in 1, 10 and 2. And it is Dancing Candy in front by a neck. And here's Florent Giroux and Gunrunner, and they take the lead on the far turn. Nyquist is right in contention, and he's next to Gunrunner. And then it's a 4-length gap back to Destin, who has rallied into third. Mohaymen is coming on too, and they're into the stretch, and it's Nyquist. Nyquist has taken the lead on the outside. Gunrunner second at the rail. 5 lengths back to Destin in third, and they come to the final furlong. Exaggerator is closing in. Nyquist to catch with a 16th to go. Gunrunner, Exaggerator on the outside. Nyquist and Exaggerator, they're coming to the line together, and Nyquist is still unbeaten. He has won the Kentucky Derby. Exaggerator was second, and then a photo. Fourth time was swift. 2 minutes, 1.31 seconds, set by a brilliant Nyquist.
All set, and they're off at the 141st running of the Preakness Stakes. A nice break there for Nyquist, awesome speed, and Uncle Lino to run with Nyquist early. So Nyquist has inside and outside company with the opening furlong. Down to the inside is Uncle Lino. Awesome speed on the outside is pressing 2, and Collected will settle right off the pace in fourth, just 4 lengths in the front into the first turn run, followed by Lauben and Stradivari as they round that turn. And down to the inside, we have a biting star. Exaggerator is now about 11 lengths from the Duelers up ahead, and Fellowship follows that, and it's a big distance back to Cherry Wine, and Lonnie is last of them all, got to be 25 lengths off a 22 and 1 opening quarter. Wicked pace indeed. And on the outside, Nyquist going to go on with it. Nyquist takes over from Uncle Lino by a half length. Nyquist now trying to edge away just a bit, but Uncle Lino, a determined foe, and is coming back for more. And Awesome Speed is racing third. Stradivari is fourth. Down to the inside, Exaggerator's on the prowl. And here comes Exaggerator now up the inside, just a length and a half or 2 off the lead. Collected as an outside journey. They're followed by Lauben and Abiding Star in Fellowship. And next is Cherry Wine. Last still is Lonnie. 46 and 2.5 mile. 6 in 1, 11 and 4/5 of a second. 3 furlongs left to go. And Uncle Lino's grabbed that lead. Nyquist still battling on the outside. Oh, it's been a brutal battle. A quarter to go at Pimlico. Pimlico. Exaggerator switches to the outside and is coming after Nyquist, who turns for home with the lead. But Exaggerator sweeps up on the outside. And so Exaggerator looking to turn the tables on Nyquist, who's down to the rail. In the final furlong of the Preakness Stradivarius, moved to the third. Nyquist laboring. There is Exaggerator. Exaggerator and Kent Zormer with the 16th pull from Nyquist. Exaggerator in the Preakness turns the tables on Nyquist, who's trying to hang on to second. Maybe Cherry Wine there. And they're followed by Stradivari there. Lonnie came running very late. And another gap back in the field to Lauban. And followed by Uncle Lino.
The top three finishers from the Kentucky Derby all meet again for the first time right here. It's the Betfair.com Haskell live on TVG.
And they're off in the Betfair.com Haskell Invitational to a very smooth beginning. And Nyquist goes right to the front. Gunrunner is showing speed, and Awesome Slew in between them. American Freedom. 4 of them across the track into the first turn. Sunny Ridge is in 5th. And Exaggerator, the distant trailer. Around the first turn, Nyquist a bit off the rail, leads by a half length. American Freedom will keep him honest in second, and Awesome Slew just behind them third. Florent Giroux settles Gunrunner into a nice stride fourth, 4 lengths off the leaders. Sunny Ridge is a length behind him, and it's another 7. Back to Exaggerator. A very quick opening quarter mile for Nyquist. And American Freedom. American Freedom puts his nose in front, heading down the back stretch. Awesome Slew is in third. Gunrunner inching up a closer fourth. American Freedom has now put 3/4 of a length on Nyquist. Exaggerator's going for an early run. He's already within 4 lengths of the lead past the half-mile pole. And Sunny Ridge is the trailer. Nyquist coming back for more on the inside of American Freedom. Gunrunner has made steady progress. He's 3 wide and a half length back in third. Exaggerator advancing in fourth. He'll be caught wide. Awesome Slew has dropped back. And then it's Sunny Ridge. American Freedom and Nyquist are head and head. Exaggerator 4 wide. Inside of him, Gunrunner, they're at the top of the stretch. Nyquist is now asked to run. American Freedom has been with him every step of the way. And Exaggerator, the Betfair.com Haskell has turned into a thriller. And Exaggerator has gone right on by. A tremendous performance from Exaggerator under Kent DeSormo to win it by 2. American Freedom was second.